Hey guys, it's Max. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm not even gonna lie to you, I've been going through a bit of like a emotional slump. I think we all get them, and you know, it's one of those things that you just have to go through. But I've been on a really good like roll when it comes to producing content, so I didn't want to like, because of that, not give you a video. So I was just like, okay, let me do something that's not gonna be extremely like taxing. Not to say that I don't want to work hard on videos or anything, but like when I do proper like really good videos for you guys, it takes a lot of time to like come up with the idea and film it well and edit it well, and I just don't have like the emotional capacity to do that right now because things are tense. But I decided I think it'll be fun if we just do a Q&A and just kind of like chat and get to know each other a little bit more. Well, you'll basically get to know me because you can't talk back, but you know, it's a little that counts. So I basically put a sticker up on my Instagram story. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to be part of things like this, you can definitely go check it out there. But yeah, I just put a sticker up and I'm just going to answer the questions that you asked. I'm just going to get my spectacles because your girl can't see. Alright, cool. Now that I have the power of vision. First question is, what is your favorite thing about yourself? It's very difficult to answer. Number one, because I really believe that people should try their hardest at all times to be humble. Like, there's nothing that irritates me more than someone who's like full of themselves and like, yeah, I'm the so I try not to like, you know, overly gas myself, which also is one of the things I discuss in therapy, because you know, there's a very fine line between being humble and not like appreciating yourself. But I think my favorite thing with myself is my heart. I think I have a very big heart, and like I love very hard, and when I do love you, like, sorry about it, but you're stuck with me. Next one, are you cuffed? Currently, no, never committed a crime in my life, so we're doing well. How do you finish exams so fast? Everybody asks me this. I'm always like the first or second person to finish writing like an exam or a test. I literally just process quickly. It's not about me being smart. It's not about me being dumb. It can be the hardest paper of my life or the easiest paper of my life. I'll still finish early. And it's just because I don't think about things. Like, I don't have to think for long, if that makes sense. Like, I see a question and I instantly know if I don't know, and then I just move from there. Ooh. I've really been avoiding this next question. I've been avoiding it with myself even, so this is hectic. The question is, would you ever go back to Tuksfm? Wow, like you guys really went for the jugular, hey? Okay, so I think the fairest way to answer this question is to first say why I left Tuksfm, and then maybe we'll have an answer from that. So I joined Tuksfm last year at the beginning of the year, so that was 2018, at the beginning of 2018, and I started from scratch as everyone does, and kind of worked my way up, kind of saw that, okay, cool, like this is something I really enjoy doing, and like I happen to be good at it, which, you know, doesn't happen often for me. And worked my way up to the point where I was the presenter of the drive show, and I was also the unit leader for the presenting department. That just basically means like I was in charge of like the management stuff of the department, and I was like the middle between like the proper like management and the formal structure of the station and everyone else who works at Tuksfm. And how I got that position, there was a vote, and for me that was really important because it meant like people chose you, and you need to be the voice for the people that chose you, you know what I mean? So what happened is, towards the time that I kind of left, a lot of changes started to happen in the station, just in terms of how things were being run and how they wanted things to be run, and what was now expected of people, of the people who worked at the station, myself included. And a lot of people, myself included, didn't necessarily agree or think that that was the way things should go, and in our most humble opinion, just because obviously the people who are making these decisions have more experience and they know more than we do about this particular thing, but we were just like, we feel this type of way, and you know, that was that. So I brought up the concerns of the people who voted for me to bring up their concerns, and that was my job. I brought up their concerns, and it was met with the kind of like, thanks for sharing, but like we're still gonna do what we're gonna do. And I just found within myself those changes didn't fit my life and I wasn't able to handle them. There are a lot of people who felt the same and also left. There are a lot of people who could handle it and stayed and rose to the occasion and are still flourishing at the station. It was just a thing for me of, I had to choose between being loyal and working hard and putting everything into the station versus being loyal and working hard and putting everything into myself. And for very long, I would have chosen the station. I've always been that person in my life where I put the things I'm doing and I put other people before myself to the detriment of myself. And I think it's just part of growing up and, you know, kind of like learning how to take care of yourself and give yourself longevity, because that's another thing. If I had stayed at Tuksfm, sure, I would have, you know, been fine and carried on working there, and who knows what I could have done. But in the long haul, I don't think it would have been healthy for me. So that's why I left. Now the question was, would I ever go back? I love Tuksfm with my whole heart. The day before I left, I was a wreck. My last show, I cried. The day I left, when I had to say bye to everyone, I cried so much. And I'm always there. Like, it's even a joke now. Like, people are like, dog, why did you leave if you're always here? Because I love that space. That space means so much to me, because at a time where I didn't have an outlet, a creative outlet to kind of express, it was that for me. And I found a lot of like-minded people. It's so gross that I'm getting emotional about this, but I found a lot of like-minded people who supported, you know, my artistic endeavors and my thoughts and things like that. Like, I always say Tuksfm is the place where all the people who aren't normal go to be normal, and it's just a whole bunch of not normal people, and you wouldn't expect it to work, but it works. So I love the place for that, and maybe that would take me back, but I know that I would have to be like myself. I would have to be in the right mental state and like strong enough to handle being there, because as much as it's lovely, it's also very difficult. Nothing in life is easy, and nothing good in life is easy, but working at Tuksfm is not an easy thing. So I would definitely have to be in a space where I knew I could handle that. Right now, like today, I know I'm not in that place, but who knows like what the future holds. So I'm not saying I'm completely opposed to ever going back, like ever, but right now I would not go back. But I love Tuksfm, and I have no bad blood against anyone who works there. Literally, that's why I'm still always there. Even the people in management, the people, like, dog, it's all love. Like, there's no issues there. So yeah, that's my Tuksfm story. Next question is, who are your biggest style icons? Oh my word. I think I look to the 90s a lot. 90s and 70s. I do a lot of Pinterest, so if you like big on Pinterest, you can follow like my Pinterest. I have a lot of Pinterest boards for fashion. But yeah, I look at a lot of 90s stuff. So very 90s R&B, or like the Aaliyahs of the world, the old Destiny's Child outfit, the old J-Lo outfits. Like, that's just really my vibe. Where do you get your clothes from? I thrift a lot. I just don't believe in being ripped off. I don't buy anything if it's not on sale. That's the one rule that I really have. Like, for example, this jersey that I'm wearing, I got it at Cotton On. I saw it the first time it came out. I think it was like $3.50. I went back in a month and it was 100 Rand on sale. And the thing is, even when it's on sale for 100 Rand, they're still making a profit. So I just don't enjoy being ripped off. So I either do that or I thrift a lot. DM me if you have my number and I'll tell you like all the thrift shops that I go to that are really cool. Next one says, what feels more like home? Zambia, Joburg, or Hatfield? Oh, okay. So I'm going to put this out there, and I say it all the time. I hate Hatfield. I really think Hatfield is such a toxic city for so many different reasons, but we've made it, I think us like students and people who live there, we've made it a toxic city. I compare Hatfield to, I don't know if you ever saw this show Kid Nation. It used to be on SABC 2 like a while back, and it was basically they just took all these kids and put them in the city and were like, go live. I feel like that's what Hatfield is. The other day I was speaking to one of my friends and he said Hatfield is like the Simpsons movie where they just put a dome over the city and like everyone just has to live in there. So Hatfield is definitely not my home. I don't consider that home. Joburg is where my mom lives, so my mom, wherever my mom is, will kind of always be a home for me. And then Zambia, my whole family's in Zambia, but I think I'll definitely say Joburg is like home. Like when I say I'm going home, I'm going to Joburg. If I'm going to Zambia, like I'll say I'm going to Zambia. Next question says, why did you study law? Guys, the way I picked my degree is such a joke. Like it's such a joke and I regret it so much. So I literally, in high school, I didn't do science because I was just like, that is not my portion. Like, no. So I sat with the prospectus and I didn't do science, which ruled out all the engineering and all like the BScs and medicine, okay? So that's already 3 faculties that were like, no. And then I don't like maths at all. Like if I see a calculator, I'm ready to like barf. So that took out the whole BCom faculty for me. So I was left with theology, education, BA and law. Theology, imagine Reverend Max. Like we all know that's a joke. Education, I don't have the patience for children and I also am children, so I wasn't going to do that. BA, it was just kind of like, okay, BA what? Then I was just like, you know what, it's fine, let me just do law. So that's how I ended with my degree. If you're busy picking your degree now and you're watching this, don't do that. That is the wrong way to do it. Like pick something that you're genuinely passionate about and that you're going to enjoy, because there's going to be so many times in your degree and it's just part of it. Why is there a fly? There's going to be so many times where you're going to want to give up on your degree, and literally it's going to be passion or it's going to be care and it's going to be like looking to the future and envisioning and imagining yourself doing this thing that's going to get you through your degree. So pick wisely. This is such an odd question. Someone asked, why do you have so many gay friends? I don't know. I mean, I don't like pick my friends based off their sexual orientation. Like if I dig you, I dig you, and if I flex with your vibe, then we'll chill. So I don't know, but I love my gay friends as much as I love my straight friends. So yeah, that's it. Here's a question, spit or swallow, you're nasty. Another question is body count, you're nasty. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope watching this video you kind of got to know me a little bit better for my intrinsic self. If you didn't hate me already, maybe you hate me now. And I also want to put this out there, like if you struggle with anything like of the mind, whether it's anxiety or depression or whatever, like guys, we'll be okay. And I always say this, like I don't know when, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow or in 5 years time, but like we'll be okay. Nothing lasts forever. And the one like piece of advice that I gave myself, because I'm just that amazing, is sometimes you need to break life down. Because a lot of times we get overwhelmed because we're trying to do everything and like, you know, live in the future and the now. But sometimes you need to live life month by month, week by week, day by day, hour by hour. And sometimes it gets so bad that you even need to live it minute by minute. But just do what you need to do to get through. And I promise you, we'll be okay. But I hate that this video is going to end on like kind of like a sad note, but I really do appreciate everything that's been happening with this channel. You guys have been so supportive and I'm so overwhelmed, and I'm so grateful because I really am investing a lot into it now, and it's really nice to see pay off. So thank you, and I'll check you when I check you, man.